There it is. Are you guys ready for a tutorial about how to get this face? Well, really, it's not a tutorial how to get this face. It's just how to cover your brows. But if you need to know how to cover your brows and none of the other videos out on YouTube have helped you, hopefully mine will. So please stay tuned and watch. I'll try to keep it short and sweet. So please enjoy this. Okay guys, we're going to go in and cover these brows. Mine are extremely thick and bushy. So first thing we want to do is go in and clip just a little bit away from our brows. Mine are extremely bushy. I just want to get a few stray hairs and get anything in the middle that pokes straight out, because that is not going to be covered very well by the glue stick. Next thing I'm doing, I'm going in with alcohol to dry out any moisture in the brows. This is optional, but to me, it keeps your hair slicked down better. And then I'm going in with a mascara spoolie to just brush through my brows, make sure that all that moisture is gone and it dries. Now, we're going to go in with the glue stick, and you're going to want to go all over it in every type of direction. Front, back, up, down. You need glue to be under, on top of, all around your hairs. So after you've gotten glue everywhere, go back through with the spoolie and brush back over your brows to smooth everything down so that no hairs are very thick and coarse and standing together. You want everything laid out straight and smooth. Once you've gotten your brow fairly smooth, you're going to want to go in with some translucent powder. I'm using Airspun, but you can use whatever powder you would like. You're just going to set this so you won't disturb the next layer of glue that you put down. It is imperative that you let the glue dry until it is clear. Don't put another layer. I'm doing it just for the sake of the video to save time. But now, after this, we're going to go in with an orange color just to neutralize the dark undertones of the eyebrows so they won't show up even through a full coverage foundation. After you've put down your color corrector, you need to go back through and set it with a translucent powder just so it does not move if you used a cream. Now, after this, you're going to repeat the glue process until your eyebrow is smooth. Now, here I went to cover my brows, and this happened. Bam! Too much glue. But it's okay. We're going to work with it. I'm going to use a spatula, and I'm going to smooth this out. Normally, it's okay to use a chunk of glue to cover your brows. I will take some off with my spatula and just smooth it over the brows. This helps you get a nice clean edge, and it will get in between the creases of the hairs. I did speed through this though, and I did not let this dry properly, but you're going to want to use multiple layers. Normally I would have went in with a few more layers before I did a thicker chunk like that. So I would suggest at least 3 layers, unless you have very thin brows, to cover yours. Again, guys, I cannot stress how important it is to let your brows dry. That is what is going to keep them in place. But after you've put your last coat, again, set it with powder as the previous layers. And now that that's done, you're going to allow it to dry, and you're set, you're good, and you're going to be able to go in with your foundation. Today, I'm using Krylon TV Paint Stick, and I'm using the color 2W, which is not quite my shade, but it works for me. It's okay. You could use anything you want, anything full coverage, because you want something that is going to cover. Krylon TV Paint Stick is a thicker foundation, and you need to warm it up before it really emulsifies onto the skin. So here I am rubbing it against my arm and then trying to just dab it on, because you do not want to drag anything hard against your brows, because it will make the foundation shift or the glue shift, and you will lose the coverage you have. So here I'm taking a small concealer brush and going in between any spaces where there were gaps in my hair. That will also help if it's not quite covering just the way you want it. And again, this is pretty up close. I'm about a foot away from the camera, so if you were in an any-day situation where you are covering your brows, most people are not going to be able to notice, especially once you finish whatever project you're working on. But here, I'm just going to go in and put a little bit more foundation just to blend around everything and to really set it. Okay, and so here we have the brow. It is pretty much covered, but I'm going to go back in with a little bit more foundation just to do a few more touch-up spots. There are a few spots where you can see slight gaps. Again, that would have been fixed with multiple layers of glue. But after you've covered everything with your foundation, go back in with another translucent powder to really set everything, and then now you're going to have your brows completely covered. It's ready for any type of FX project, drag, or theater look, anything that you need. Okay, that's pretty much it. Covered my eyebrows with glue stick, went through powder cover, everything, went through and just did like a dramatic eye, something that I would typically do, drag-esque. But anyways, I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial. I know there are tons of eyebrow covering tutorials out there, but I hope mine was helpful to you, and hopefully I talked about it enough in depth that you can understand, and hopefully you can cover your brows as well as I did, because my brows, as you can see, are extremely thick, if it'll focus. I have very, very thick brows, and I cover that like no problem. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this. Please subscribe and stay tuned for more. Yeah, 'cause there's more coming.